Guys, we are winning. Treyarch is listening to the complaints that we have given out there, and they're actually making some adjustments. They're not being stubborn on anything. They're actually listening. And a lot of these changes were announced today at the Call of Duty podcast, and they include changes to Liberty Falls and even the HUDs, and a couple other things that we'll have to talk about throughout this video. But I know by the time you guys are done watching this video, you guys are going to be back to being super excited for Black Ops 6, just like I have always been. So you might as well show how excited you are right away by going down there, liking, subscribing, bell, share, any of that great stuff. And with that said, let's talk about some Black Ops 6 zombies. So let's start off with the big one, the changes to Liberty Falls. Because what they said during the podcast is that the version of Liberty Falls we saw at Call of Duty Next was a work in progress, and also it was being streamed so it kind of looked trashy too, which, you know, so many people streaming out one location makes sense. But they did say that ever since then, the Zombies team has continued to iterate on the map, and they've tried to make it feel more moodier, more like zombies. And this, of course, is absolutely a good thing. Even coming from someone who defended Liberty Falls, made a whole video saying that Liberty Falls is a zombies map, I never said that it was like a great zombies map in terms of atmosphere. Just because it is a zombies map doesn't mean it wasn't on the weaker side. Like, people were making crazy claims that it was a multiplayer Warzone map, and that was my complaint, is that yes, it's still a zombies map. Even if it has a weaker atmosphere, doesn't mean it's not a zombies map, because it still has elements of a zombies map throughout the entirety of the map. But any changes to make anything feel more zombified is great. Like, let's just say like the one we saw at Call of Duty Next was like a 3 out of 10 in terms of atmosphere. If they could just bump that up to like a 6 out of 10 in terms of atmosphere, that's great. Now, they also did confirm something else that I wish they didn't, but they did confirm that there are going to be some atmospheric elements that are tied to the Easter egg. And this rather means that we're going to, you know, open up that location, maybe the museum area that we saw in the intro, and even find the Samantha orb, which was originally the Forsaken orb, but whatever. Or maybe even the map just becomes, you know, dark ethered entirely. But regardless, they are confirming there's going to be some changes to the map during the Easter egg, which I feel like they should have, you know, not confirmed that, because like that's just kind of spoiling stuff for the main Easter egg. So, you know, but that's just some personal me thing there. Now, of course, that is not it. We also got a confirmation that the HUD will be touched up for launch. Now, they did use touch up, and I really think that this means one of two things. One is that they're really just slightly changing it, and they're not going to make any big changes, or they're just using the word touch up because they don't want to admit how bad the HUD really was, and they're going to make some drastic changes to really zombify the HUD. And I really hope that's what they're doing, because the HUD was straight for multiplayer. That's one thing I had never ever defended about this game, was its HUD, or even Cold War or all the other ones. Like, you need to zombify the HUD. Come on, like even World at War had a zombified HUD. You can't just use the multiplayer HUD in the year of our Lord 2024. That's not okay. So I'm glad to see that they're actually listening to this complaint. And this was the one I was pretty sure they were going to listen to, so I'm not too surprised by this one, but great news from this one especially. Now, another thing they did confirm is something that I literally just made a video about the other day, and this is talking about like the updates in between map drops. Like, because there's no outbreak style mode in this game, what are they going to do to update it, especially now that Kevin Drew confirmed that there's no current plans to update the round-based maps themselves. And it seems like their response to this is that Black Ops 6 Zombies will have the most in-game events to ever come to a Black Ops Zombies game. And what this really means is, rather, it could be as simple as like an XP event, but I really hope that's not what they're talking about. Instead, I think they're talking about things that we saw in older Zombies games, for example, like in Cold War, where we had limited time modes that were like Cranked, which wasn't too good, or Jingle Hells, which wasn't too good. Or maybe it could be more permanent modes, things that we already know are confirmed, like Guided mode is going to be in the game, and that's going to be permanent to the game. So what if we see other game modes that we saw in the past? Maybe from Black Ops 2, we see ourselves Grief return, or maybe even a BO4 mode like Gauntlet or something like that, or potentially new modes like things that have been rumored for a while now, like a classic mode or a hardcore mode. These things have been already rumored, so it wouldn't be surprised if that's the direction they take for their updates in between map drops. And then we got a confirmation on something that I again wish they didn't confirm, but it's just glad to hear that this is the case. But Kevin Sherwood, the Go of Zombies music, will be returning for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, he actually was in Cold War, but he only did 2 songs in that game and then just didn't do another again. So I hope he's sticking around for the whole thing this time. And, you know, maybe alongside with him, he brings back Maluka and Elena Sigmund, that would be cool because I think those two are just so iconic to zombies. And I know people like whatever the last group is for that make all the not good zombie songs, but for sure those two, I'd love to hear them back again because I just love their voices. They just fit zombies in my opinion. And of course there's other ones out there like the one who sang Remember Forever, I forget her name, but would love to see her back too. But at least get to confirm for now that Kevin Sherwood will be returning, the GOAT of zombies music. And it's already been confirmed that he's made the 2 Easter egg songs for both maps, both Terminus and Liberty Falls. And that's pretty much it that they confirmed today. The only thing they left us on is that look forward to the Call of Duty blogs, which I always do for you guys anyways. I make videos on them every single time. But they did say there'll be new zombies information revealed in these Call of Duty blogs before launch. And one of the things that's going to be confirmed and showed to us is the new HUD. So all wishing that turns out great. So in other words, we're probably going to get one final pre-launch blog before the game comes out. I'll be making a video on that, updating you guys everything. But that's about it for this video, and I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking because I know a lot of the complaints that the people have complained about are being corrected, and that's stuff I absolutely love. So let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. But that's about it for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.